Notts County talk, match reaction as we have just narrowly beat Woking 3-2. A game where, no team has really dominated, but I think you could probably say Woking were the better team. Obviously, neither me nor Tom could make it today, obviously, so we both listened along. But from what I was hearing on the radio, it just sounded like one of those frustrating afternoons, but we've won. And we've said it time and time again on this channel, they're the types of games that we wouldn't have won last season, and we're top of the league still. We're obviously doing something right. I think I said to Jordan, Tom and Will and Jake in the chat that we need to just make it through this game. As soon as we went 2-0 up, I thought they get a goal back, which they did. It could be a cagey game. It's great to make it through the game because, look, I think we're going to be dead on our feet. Not dead on our feet, I think that's probably harsh to say, but I think we've got some tired legs in there. Obviously, Cameron not playing too well. Matty Palmer not playing too well either, which is, out of character for players like that, especially Matty Palmer, who's just class week in, week out. So it was one of those games where I feel we just had to, take the goals that we had and make it through and get the win. And at the end of the day, it's the old cliche, those teams that go up find a way of winning, and we've found a way of winning. Looking around us, some absolutely crazy results. As time of recording this, I've just checked, Chesterfield were losing, and Wrexham, I think it was 7-5, which is a crazy scoreline. I mean, it's good to score 7 goals, but to concede 5 against Barnet is just crazy. So an odd game that must have been, but as was today for Notts. I suppose the positives are Scott gets 2. If you watch his presser, the pre-match presser, he was talking about wanting to score more goals, and obviously gets 2, has chances to score his 3rd as well. Just unfortunate not to do so. Ruben scores as well. Not seen as many goals from him this season, but he has been getting involved, sort of deeper in the play, opening up spaces for players around him. So I don't think we're going to see him getting as many goals this season, but it's good to see him get a goal. Obviously, it's a penalty, but they all count for the same, don't they? But yeah, I'll say it again, still top of the league, which is fantastic. I think it's come at a good time. It's come at a good time, this game has, because we've got the 3 points, which we needed to do. And now we have a bit of a break. Some of the key players that we have that might be a little bit tired will be rested now, I'd assume, against Colville on Saturday. They're going to need that rest because they've been, playing relentlessly, leaving it all out on the pitch. So I think a bit of a rest this week now. We've got a week to recover. And then we're into Saturday. Might get a few players in there that are first team players. We probably will. The squad isn't that big, is it? But we get that rest, and essentially I think a couple of players in there. I'm thinking more your Langstaffs, maybe Scott, maybe Palmer. I'm not sure if he'll be fatigued, because he never seems to fatigue, does he, Matty Palmer? But just to rest them over the FA Cup weekend, I think is great, to give them like that extra recovery time, and hopefully we'll see an improvement in performance in the next league game. But we've got to take the FA Cup seriously as well, because it's a great competition. This leads me on to talking about the league a little bit. I think now it's important, obviously, that we stay at the top of the league, because I think any breathing space that we give Wrexham to sort of go above us, we're on the back foot then. It's not huge pressure, because I don't think it was sort of nailed on for us to win the league. I think Wrexham are under more pressure to win the league than Notts are. So I think we've just got to keep ticking over, keep getting results, sort of focus on making points from every game that we play now. We seem to be doing it well so far, as we've had, I think, one of the best starts in our history. So credit to Luke, credit to the team, credit to everyone. Not the best performance today. We said this against Altrincham, but we score 3 and win the game. I do have to mention as well, obviously they get a penalty later on in the game. Cairo Mitchell comes on late in the game, puts his arm up and gives a penalty away, and he's done that twice this season off the bench. So that is a little bit of a concern. You think after doing it once, you'd just be a bit more careful. But on the whole, we've won the game. It's all positive, isn't it? We're top of the league. We can't complain too much. 500 Notts fans travelled as well. So if you went, fair play to you. It's a really, really good turnout, I think, for Woking. It's a good distance. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.